All right, well, this is the first impressions and unboxing of the new Sony ZV-E1. This is a very light camera. It reminds me of the Sony a6000, a6300 when I had those. The grip's gonna be much smaller, as you can see. Pinky kind of falls right off of it. I have pretty small hands, but if I really wanted to, I could fit all four on there. Let's check out these doors on the side. At least they're not too cheap. I was worried. Actually, I like that. I like this little flip out little spring hinge. That's pretty convenient, actually. Just looking at the camera and coming from a Sony a7S III and the a7 IV, this seems much more simplified. Yes, we still have our C1 button, C2, not as much custom buttons on here, which makes sense. This is a much, not dumbed down version, but baby version of the S3 and the FX3, in my opinion. It's cool that they included a dead cat for the onboard mic, but I probably will never be using this because when I use this camera, it's mainly gonna be with the Sony shotgun mic. This is going to be the lens that's most likely gonna live on this camera. It is the new Sony full frame 16-35 PZ lens, and PZ just stands for power zoom. It's a very lightweight lens that's new. It has internal zoom into it. It's an f4, which some people might not like, but it's so small. Here's a quick size comparison from the camera to the lens. Like, they're literally made for each other. And just like that, you have a great vlogging lens. This combo right here is the perfect vlogging setup, especially when you add a vlogging tripod and the proper mic to it. It's going to be perfect. Now, a question that some people have when looking into this camera is, why are they getting this camera? Who is getting this camera? In my opinion, I feel like this camera is geared towards the content creator who wants to have the highest quality image with the lightest setup, perfect for traveling, as well as the solo content creator who can really benefit from these AI tools and use them to their fullest potential. I'm really excited to see the auto framing feature be used in action. I think that's very useful and beneficial for solo creators, because by adding this movement to your image, you are now keeping your audience more engaged and less likely to lose their interest and the retention. Can you use this on professional sets? You can. I don't think most people are. I think that's where the a7S III, FX3, and even FX30 would make much more sense, mainly due to their non-overheating issues. I've had my a7S III forever. I use it on all my paid shoots and never saw a reason to upgrade to FX3. I'm gonna wait until there's like an FX3 Mark II, whatever the next camera is, where they hopefully implement internal ND filters. But for now, the S3 is amazing. If you already have an FX3 or FX30, those are amazing cameras that are great for on-set professional shoots. This camera, however, still can be used on those shoots, and I see it more as a B2C cam. It's great for just B-roll and quick run and gun as well. I got this as my main YouTube camera. This is light, it's more affordable than the S3 or the FX3. It's the same image quality because it's the same sensor in here. Plus you're paying much less for this. So in the case you are a travel creator, any type of content creator, you're gonna feel much more at ease bringing this with you rather than a camera that's almost double the price. Would you rather lose and break $2,200 or $3,500? And yes, I understand that $2,200 is still kind of pricey, but just think you are getting the same image quality as a $3,800 camera, which is what the FX3 is. And you are arguably getting much more features due to the AI implemented in this body. What are the downsides? From what I've seen, it's the overheating. I have not tested that yet. This is just the first impressions. I can see why overheating would be an issue. A lot more is happening in here thanks to these new features, so I can see it getting overworked. If you're in colder conditions, you might not notice as much. If you are in hotter conditions such as Texas or Arizona, you might see it more often. Let me know in the comments below if anyone else notices these issues. I live in the East Coast in Philadelphia, so we get all 4 seasons here. Right now it's about to get pretty hot, so it'll be a good test to see how this thing handles up. Overall, I think this is a really cool camera. I think Sony did something very interesting. I think by having something so small and compact, it's going to make me more motivated to create, because now I don't have to worry about lugging out this big camera in a cage around to get my shots in public. This is much more discreet and minimal. And if you're curious what this setup looks like with a bigger lens, this is the Tamron 35-150. It's a heavy lens. Probably overkill for this setup, but hey, you'll be getting an amazing image. This makes no sense. This lens is probably double or triple the weight of this camera body. So $2,200 for this camera body, is it worth it? We will find out.
This thing is super duper light, like super duper light, man.
I thought it was very light.
The AI tracking feature, that might be something that might win me over because that's one of the 2 features that my FX3 doesn't have. First impressions, I'm liking it. I think this is pretty dope.
Let me know in the comments below if you are getting one. Let me know why you're getting one. Who do you think this camera's for? Do you think Sony did a good job? I think they did. I think this is really cool. I'm very excited to start using it more. And I hope with the sensor in it, it gets more future updates with these AI processors and whatnot. I think there's a lot of potential in here and I can't wait to see what happens. So thanks for watching. Peace.